Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep, and I mean deep, into the cosmic ocean to get a handle on the planet Neptune. We're going to explore its powerful shift from a search for a collective purpose to a really personal journey of self-discovery.
Okay, let's just dive right in. Our story starts, well, where else? In the primordial waters of creation. Because the myth of Neptune is the myth of water. It's the source of all life, and it's that vast ocean we all, in some deep way, long to return to.
So what exactly is Neptune when we talk about it in astrology? You know that feeling? It's that deep primal urge we all have to kind of dissolve our individual boundaries and just merge back into a state of oneness? You could almost think of it as a divine dissatisfaction with the sharp edges of everyday reality.
To really understand Neptune's journey, we first need to get a grasp on the character of this mystical force itself, the true lord of the watery realm.
It's fascinating, right? Neptune's influence is almost always described in these liquid terms, which makes total sense. It acts like a universal solvent, slowly eroding the solid structures of our personality, blurring the ego's boundaries, and pulling everything back into that vast ocean of the collective unconscious.
I mean, this quote just nails it. It's the dreamer inside all of us, isn't it? It's that part of our psyche that's forever haunted by this vague memory of paradise, and it's always searching for a way back home.
Okay, next up, let's look at the world Neptune is leaving behind. This was a time of huge ideas and collective belonging, really shaped by its long journey through Sagittarius, the sign of philosophy, and the 11th house, which is all about groups and social ideals.
So, in the 11th house, Neptune's main goal is all about finding redemption by getting beyond the self. It wants to transform the lonely, separate I into a big collective we. It's about finding that sense of spiritual belonging by merging with a group or an ideology or some grand social ideal. And what this really does is it fosters this incredibly powerful social conscience. This is the signature of the political dreamer, the person who pictures a perfect utopian society and feels this deep, lifelong pull to serve the greater human family.
Now you combine that with the super expansive energy of Sagittarius, and that collective dream just transforms into this restless quest for universal truth. This creates a powerful evolutionary optimism, and it's what drives entire generations toward new philosophies and spiritual expansion. Think about huge historical shifts like the Reformation or even the New Age movement of the 1970s.
All right, now for the big shift. Let's journey into the world Neptune is entering right now, a much more personal, much more immediate space. This one's shaped by the fiery, assertive energy of Aries, the sign of the self, and the communicative third house, which rules our immediate world and our mindset.
And this right here, this is the core question of Neptune's new journey. We're seeing this fundamental shift in focus, moving away from the vast, abstract collective and right into the intimate, immediate space of our own personal identity. So in the realm of Aries, the sign of I am, Neptune creates this totally fascinating conflict. It basically transforms the direct, assertive warrior archetype of Mars into a subtle magician. So instead of shaping the world through direct action, this energy gets its power by pleasing others, by using charisma and seduction. The whole mantra shifts from I am to I am what you dream I am. And this is where we get to the core challenge of this placement. A person can become a mirror, like an emotional sponge who's so skilled at reflecting others that they really struggle to find their own firm center. Now, this can be a source of sort of passive power, but that lack of firm psychic boundaries can also lead to a ton of vulnerability and confusion about who you really are.
So, as this energy moves into the third house, which is the area governing how we communicate and think, Neptune starts to change how we process reality itself. The focus shifts away from linear A to B logic and just drifts toward a world of feeling and imagery. And this creates this amazing kind of two-sided coin situation. On one hand, the gift is a mind that thinks in pictures, totally governed by emotion and imagery, which can lead to incredible artistic talent. But the challenge, the other side of that coin, is that the same tendency, this unconscious refusal of linear thought, can create real difficulties in traditional education, sometimes showing up as learning challenges, or even just a persistent mental fog. Man, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The journey inward can create this deep sense of vulnerability, a profound struggle to find your own identity when you're caught in a constant flood of what everyone else is feeling and thinking.
So,
let's put all the pieces together. What does this grand shift, from one world to the next, truly mean? Let's zoom out and see the bigger picture.
Here we go. This table lays out the entire journey so clearly. Just look at this shift in the core drive. It moves from merging with some big collective dream to the much more personal task of finding one's own identity. The realm of action shrinks from grand utopian ideals down to our immediate environment and our own sense of self. And the central challenge becomes less about being lost in an ideology and much more about being lost in the reflection of others.
So, what this all boils down to, if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. It's a fundamental change in focus. It's a shift from the universal to the personal, from the mission to save the world to the mission to understand the self. This is why this cosmic shift matters. It brings the quest for paradise out of the heavens and puts it right in the mirror in front of you.
So, we'll leave you with a question to really think about. As these cosmic tides are shifting, what old beliefs are dissolving for you? And what new reflections are you starting to see when you look in your own mirror?